All right, so today I'm at Heat Lightning Speed Shop. The GS300 needed a little maintenance, and I've come here, I've shot this, but things are a lot different now. Came in for a quick exhaust job with a little bit of maintenance. Sometimes things spiral out of control, so I'm gonna hit you with a little flashback to see where we started and how we ended up here. How we ended up here.
It's here.
Flashback.
What the f is this world? What have they done to us? What did they do to us?
I'm glad he was sitting there.
Yeah, right? My tire's a little loose, I'll chase you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just got back. I haven't driven it all morning.
That's fine, I'll give you space.
All right.
Driving with him, dude.
Yeah, he rips, man. Hey, I'm a little loose.
Yeah, you definitely know how to work the turbo at least.
Yeah, you gotta keep that thing going, man. But it gets up quick. It's responsive.
Yeah, honestly, more than I was expecting.
Yeah, dude, that's a big ass turbo.
Yeah.
That's why I love Garrett's, man. A 42 spinning up like that at low RPM. I love it. Got away from me.
On you.
Oh, sick.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so today we're gonna keep it simple. My GS hasn't been washed in about 6 months, since September. And the goal for today is to drive the GS300, the GTECHNIQ, to get cleaned up. This car hasn't been washed in about 6 months, but there's a massive car show tomorrow and I want the car to be clean for it. It's raining outside, so not ideal conditions to wash a car, but this thing needs it. It deserves it. This is one of my favorite cars and it just is so dirty. Come along for a ride. Let's do this. Gotta take it real easy out of my driveway. I don't know if I expressed this to you guys, but this is one of my favorite cars. If some of you remember, I spun a bearing on this versus that, and then I kind of never really gave a YouTube update on this car. It's been on and off my Instagram for quite a bit. I want to do a full walk around and tell you guys everything I did to this car. It makes great power now. It's been treating me really well, knock on wood. This car scares me because I have a lot of money into it. I don't have a lot of money into a lot of my cars, but this one specifically, fully built motor, stroker, all that stuff, and it's scary to drive. So I treat this car nicely-ish, kind of, maybe, I don't know. Everyone has their own definition of nice. But yeah, I'll update you on it soon. I want to do a full YouTube walk around on this bad boy. And it's a fun car though. It's comfortable enough to daily drive on the street. Ooh, buddy. Oh my God. I want to give you guys some sauce, but it's a little wet out here, so you know I'm gonna take it easy, but I just pulled up the GTECHNIQ, and as you can see, they got a fully functional shop. We got Chris here. He's the one who told me to come by on a rainy day because he said it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay to wash your car in the rain.
It is okay. I do it all the time. We're gonna get it cleaned up, looking nice. We'll dry it off, and then we'll get our 6-month ceramic sealant on there.
Oh.
So that way it stays cleaner longer. For next time you bring it by, it'll be easier for me to clean.
You ever feel bad about ceramic coating drift cars?
Not at all. Not at all. I love it. It's gonna reduce the amount of rubber that sticks, you know, to the surface itself. So that's gonna help, you know, for you guys long term, you know, take care of the paint, make it easier for you to wash, make the rubber easier to take off when it does stick.
It's pretty important.
It's pretty important. We are a ceramic coating manufacturer based here in Cumming, Georgia. This is our GTECHNIQ Works Center, where we are basically trying to level up the industry as a whole. Whoever wants to come in and utilize the facility, we're gonna teach them about the brand and then other brands within the industry, how to level up their shop, the proper lighting, the right tools, all the different shop flow settings that you want to have, so that way you're not playing musical cars,
right,
you know, when you're going to move cars around at the shop.
So long story short, if anyone ever says, oh, I hate your products, you bring them here and you be like, you don't hate my products, you just don't know how to use them.
Yes.
That's
correct.
Essentially what you're doing here.
Yes, education is key.
Cool. I just want to add, this isn't a paid ad or anything. I'm local to Georgia now, and my car needed to be cleaned, and Chris loves Lexuses, and he hit me up and he's like, bring your car in and we'll give it a good wash. So I'm just here for the community. Seems like he's here for the community, so we're just having a good time. I
was at the event a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, you came to the Drift Symphony, huh?
I did. I came by. That was awesome.
Yeah, I think Vin actually told me you were going to be there.
Yep.
So, yeah,
very, very cool.
It's always crazy. You don't really realize how dirty your wheels are until you get them cleaned. So that's a nice before right there. But I'm gonna just stay out of your way.
Cool. Our wheel cleaner is called W6. It's got an iron fallout remover in it. What that does is it attacks the iron particulates.
So it's literally a science project in a bottle.
Exactly. So what you'll see on the surface, it'll start to turn purple. That's just the chemical reacting to the iron that's stuck on the wheel. So you'll see it slowly start to turn purple, get that nice bleed effect. That's what most iron removers are going to look like.
It actually is literally turning purple.
And if it doesn't look like that, it probably doesn't have that specific chemical in it to remove the iron. So it's not that it's a bad wheel cleaner, it's just a different chemical.
Shout out to the guys at GTECHNIQ for getting your boy right. It's time. It is time. is that so satisfying?
Next time we can do the paint correction, get all this little stuff out.
Yeah, there's some little things.
Just all that little stuff.
That's from just like
clean it up real nice, like some of the water spots and things like that. Get some of this flake to pop.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
So that's what I was really hoping, because when the paint was fresh, that flake really came out, and I have not really taken good care of this car while, you know.
Well, the paint is in good shape. We have like, I'll take a paint gauge reader, I'll check the paint out, see how much paint we have to play with.
Right.
And then we'll pick a, you know, not too aggressive polish setup so we can get as much gloss and clear coat out of this top with the flake. And then once we coat it, then it'll really pop.
Sweet. If you guys want to see this thing get paint corrected and learn all the science behind it, just do me a favor and just comment below, because I don't know if that's what you want to see, but if you want to see it, let me know, because...
Or which one of his cars do you want to see get paint corrected and coated?
Okay.
He's got a few.
I gotta. You know, I definitely got to bring my Corolla to you.
Yes.
Let's go. I'm about to register that car next week, and I want to start putting that on the road. So, and that one has no drift car damage or anything. That's supposed to be my nice car.
All right.
So that I might come see you with that one.
Take care of the daily for sure.
But this thing looks fantastic right now. I don't know if it's you got specialized lighting, but
Definitely. So we did a multi-step wash. So we washed it probably in total about 3 times realistically. And then we washed it one more time with the ceramic G-wash to give it some protection. So when you go back out in the rain, you get nice water beating. You won't have to use your wipers when you're on the highway.
So when I pull into my garage, I just hit the leaf blower and it'll all come right off.
Oh yeah. So hit it when you get back home and you'll be good for tomorrow.
So what I really learned from Chris here is don't use microfibers with rocks in them, and wash your car 3 times, because I'm trying to get in the zone, so I'm definitely going to have to look into what my garage needs to kind of do this service in it, because
we've got some stuff.
I love my cars and I want to keep them nice. I see what's possible, so I just need to do it.
Yeah. No, it looks good when it's clean.
Yeah.
It looks good. I mean, it looks good when it's dirty too. So.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming out.
Shoo.
You're welcome to come by anytime.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
You positive?
I'm gonna be your personal car washer.
You mean that? Chris has no idea what he's in for, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go. Sign me up.
Damn. Hey, what's up, baby? What's up? What's up? Boom. There we have it. Chris did his thing. Ready for Southern Fresh tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Rain is not a problem. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Now I got to get some rollers while it's clean. It doesn't usually last that long, so.
Yeah.
but you say I got 6 months.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. We're good. We'll bring it back and get it right.
That's actually perfect, because I haven't washed it in 6 months.
Yeah.
So that's a good cycle.
It's a good cycle.
Yeah. We're on it. Yeah. Let's do this. Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right, back home after a little rainy drive. What's up, man? What's up? You chilling? Go do whatever you want. Go do whatever you want. Whatever your heart desires. High five. So, yeah, let's try the leaf blower out. Excuse the mess in here. Don't mind my mess. We're still getting moved in and cleaning up. Kind of just comes right off. So I'm gonna do that. Hopefully tomorrow when I pull out for Southern Fresh, it's not doing this. because I want to have a nice cruise tomorrow. But this thing drives fine in the rain, so it's not a big deal. But you know, just trying to stunt a little bit, you know. See you guys in the morning.
I didn't do fucking shit. I didn't fucking do this. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about any of this. I'm done.
Yo, good morning. It's time to head to Southern Fresh down in Marietta. I'm gonna meet up with the Koru Works boys. They said they want to shoot some rollers with, you know, the gang together. So this is a special day just because I moved to Georgia. I'm reuniting with a bunch of old friends here. And I feel like my love for cars and wanting to do things is being relit, because in California, I worked a lot and I was surrounded by cars and I got to meet a lot of car people, but I didn't do a lot of car things on my own terms, if that makes sense. So it's nice to just be chilling, cruising to a meet with the boys, hanging out in the parking lot. And now I get to see, people always ask me, oh, what's car culture like in California versus Atlanta? I'm not really one to compare things. I am excited to see how the Atlanta car scene has evolved since I've last been here for something car related, other than Formula Drift. And I might even do a live stream on my Twitch. So, I mean, if you're watching this video, you're definitely gonna miss that. Let's do this. Sometimes you just gotta wake up the neighborhood, you know? Made it up to Koru Works. We got some heaters out here.
Suspension's cracking like an old man's back. He's been driven in a while.
What's up, Greggy?
What's up, Bubba?
You took the cup holder with you? Oh, that's,
Yeah.
You meant to do that. You meant to do that.
This is easier. When you got the big goal, you run into big problems. You've got this thing detailed.
Yeah. GTECHNIQ hooked it up, you know? It's got it looking pretty shiny.
We're gonna bring out the cool cars.
Polishing a turd, man. Polishing a turd. No. These are the cool cars. This is you know, I'm rolling in so no one notices. No one notices that.
An orange car. Everyone's gonna skate right through. No, it's pretty cool. So this is Tyler Revel, our good buddy that we lost last year. This is his last car he finished, his GS300 Chaser. And one of his best friends, Alex Grant, a good homie of ours as well, they paint match their cars. So we have a paint match Mark II and a paint matched.
Man, that's so cool.
Best of buds. And so Tyler was one of our best friends, and this was his last build that he finished.
If you don't know, Tyler is the creator of Koru Works. He is an absolute OG in the game. I remember when I was just getting started building Twerk Style, and he had every single cool wheel you could have already, with a 450 horsepower SR and all the good bits. And I just remember being like, damn, Tyler rips. I want all of his wheels. I need to, you know, he inspired me to at the very least, get nice wheels for my builds.
Wheels are like the start of it.
Wheels are just the minimum of what Tyler does, because if you knew what he did to this car, to the Sylvia back there, or any of the other cars that he's built, the little intricate pieces that are super rare that you can't find anywhere, he would find them all the time. He was the king of finding the rarest JDM parts.
Those mirrors those are brand new in box carbon fiber with light Ganna doors for GTECHNIQ, and he scuffed them and painted them. And then, which is wild, because today we're bringing the car. It's the first time we've driven the car. So we opened up the trunk to find these for 100.
Just a backup.
Just a backup. In case he didn't want the light. I don't know.
How you feeling today?
Doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Ready to go? Yeah. Dude, it's so cool to see these cars together. I love that there's just a random set of Ganna doors in the back of Tyler's car. This is the most Tyler thing ever, right here. Just having a set of Ganna doors in your trunk. Not even wrapped or anything. Yeah.
Tyler has cup holders in his 13. Have you ever seen that?
I didn't even know there was an OEM cup holder.
Hey, don't forget about this, the turbo timer.
Oh yeah, the OEM. Look it, it's all one piece.
That's OEM.
See the Nismo cluster? All style.
Tyler was built different, man.
OS Geiken transmission.
It looks tame, but it's a
It's a HKS 2.0. Yeah, it's all.
it's a hot rod.
Yeah.
This is a goddamn hot rod, man. Man, Tyler, we miss our brother.
That's a pair of bricks. Those are real bricks that he just rocked.
Just Tyler activities.
Yeah. That manifold.
Yeah, that's a beast of a manifold.
Yeah, plasma layer. That's the top side for 14. And then yeah, so this is for an NA, and he retrofit it to his turbo car.
Of course.
Yeah, but it's an NA ARC.
So it's an HKS 2-liter, HKS turbo.
Oh, it's got trans. Perfect. It's got air conditioning. That's the best mod. That's the only mod you've ever given that face to.
If you're wondering what the face was, it was. Sorry. Yeah, Tyler's, man.
So we get to drive his cars today, and so we're all gonna be
Ride together, cry together.
Always.
Get in here. Get in here.
It was the last car show with Tyler.
The
Last car show with Tyler, all of us at the group was last year.
Yeah.
Southern Fresh.
We riding for the boy. All right, so one of the best parts of having modified cars is cruising with the homies, so let's do that.
Oh yeah, from a fucking taillight.
Oh yeah.
My life is nothing I thought it should be and everything I was worried it would become.
All right, so today I want to update you guys on the whereabouts of my GS300. It's kind of been incognito for a little bit. So long story short, the GS300 has seen quite a few hands, right? Not negatively, it's not a bad thing. It's just, you know, it's what it is. Hold on, driveway. You know, you gotta be gentle in the driveway. Ooh, ooh. All right, so a lot of you have been asking where the GS300 is. Today I'm gonna give you an update. That car has kind of been incognito for a little bit since we built it and then built it again. Long story. Went to find out, had a great time. At the very end to find out, the wiring harness on the car failed. I dropped the car off at Toge Factory, TF Works, because they're local to that area and they're just old friends of mine. They put a new Haltech engine harness in it and I got that thing running again. Well, long story short, I got the car back from them. I've been enjoying it since I got here in Georgia. Basically, it needs some love. But I figured, oh, let me go to Heat Lightning Speed Shop because they specialize in, you know, four-door drift cars. They're right down the street from me here in Georgia. and make sure that the car is actually good, because I love this car to death. I don't want to break this car. I don't want to make my life any harder than it needs to be with this car. It's a GS300 with a 2J that makes less than 1,000 horsepower, so it should run forever, right? I mean, you see 2,000 horsepower Supras daily driven and things like that. I want to live that life. So I figured, okay, before I do anything stupid, let me drop it off with my buddies at Heat Lightning Speed Shop so that they can tell me if it's okay to take this car to this event and if they have enough time to fix what it needs to be fixed, right? So they get the car and they basically just looks at me and goes, yeah, you're not taking this car. So I just pulled up the Heat Lightning Speed Shop right now, and we're gonna run through the car, what it needs to be the daily driver that I dream of. All right, while the GS is down here at Heat Lightning, I've pulled out the GTECHNIQ for daily duties. This is another car that I need to give you guys a real update on, so we'll do that soon, because this is also next on the chopping block. I've already made a huge mistake with this car. So this is supposed to be a chill daily. Now it has Origin Lab, BC Racing coilovers, and 19-inch Bazes. I'll go down that list a little later, but we out here at Heat Lightning, four-door specialists. I'm gonna let Johnny do his thing, and then we'll talk about the GS in a little bit. So I feel pretty lucky to be 15 minutes away from a place like Heat Lightning Speed Shop. They specialize in four-door drift cars, so let's do this. So if you guys have been wondering why I didn't take this car to Final Bout Special Stage South, it's pretty simple. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Good old GS. All right, so we're here with the man, Mr. Heat Lightning himself. He very kindly told me, you're not taking this car anywhere. So
yeah, well, explain why that wasn't happening, reasonably at least.
All right, so unfortunately, I am the way that I am, and this car is a product of that. When I first finished this car, it was for Drift Week 2020. I got it done, and 3 days later, I was driving it from California to Florida on the street and figuring out all the issues along the way. And then it got built again, try to rush it, get it ready for an event. So this thing is just a product of being rushed and has never really had a nurturing time at a shop. And so basically, we're here now with Johnny to get one of those nurturing times. That wasn't the plan, but he looked at me and he said, "Bro, don't take this car. Just let me Heat Lightning this bad boy."
Yeah.
So
we'll get our touch on it where we don't have to look over at every event.
Yeah.
So there's after like 3 times of cleaning the floor right now, it is just pouring fluid from the clutch or the slave cylinder in there. Got this right here, just hand loose or hand tight, I guess, but yeah, I mean,
oh yeah, it's just like literally
just steady dripping. So that wasn't gonna be a fun trailer out 12 hours and then unload it off the trailer with no clutch.
Yeah. So this is a 4-inch exhaust all the way back. The V-band probably makes it about 5 inches. And my car, it's not slammed, but it's just low enough. So I'm gonna have them readjust this pipe to kind of bring it up a little higher, closer to the diff, and just get this out of the way. Yeah. I think you found some other things, right?
Yeah.
Just oil.
Oh yeah.
Just
almost, I wouldn't say everything, but we got the VVTi gear, puke and oil, the whole filter housing and relocation. And
so yeah, it's just a hot mess down here. You can kind of see there's just oil everywhere, including clutch fluid and just little things. So
we're gonna hook it up with some other special things too. It took us maybe like 2 hours to get it on the lift because be in and no jack point or anything. So we'll hook it up with a dash bar on the back with a jack point and just some other odd and ends. Mount a couple things. I think the oil cooler might be just zip tied right there.
I mean, that's rock solid.
It's drift spec for sure.
it's like I said, it's a product of the time that I give people, and I've never really given anyone the real time to dial this thing in. And I would take it to my shop, but we're not set up yet. But also your Heat Lightning Speed Shop. I followed you for a while. You've got this beautiful GS right here that I've admired. So I figure, you know, I like letting specialists do what specialists do.
We're gonna set it up right.
Yeah, let's do this. So you're thinking the motor's gonna come out at this point, huh?
Yeah, it's just between the trans and, you know, pulling the whole front end apart just to rebuild the VVTi gear. I mean, we could do that quick, but just to do it right and clean up everything while we're in there, you know.
Yeah. I originally wanted to make 1,000 horsepower in this car, and then I decided I don't care about making 1,000 horsepower anymore. I just want this car to be cool and fun to drive. I guess the motor's coming out, little things here and there. Well, thanks for even considering taking this pile of hot orange shit into your shop.
Yeah.
And sorry about all the leakage.
We got mops.
Yeah, so I just popped in to drop off some stuff. I'm gonna go do my thing. He's got his own thing to do. This car isn't first on the list, but we will come through with some updates very soon, and you will see the end result. The results will speak for themselves. So be back.
I don't even want to be around anymore. I don't want to be around anymore.
Back at Heat Lightning Speed Shop, just playing the imposter card with my NA Auto JZX100 parked next to Heat Lightning's Tour V.
Full BN, wide body, fresh off the boat. We're gonna go through it and it'll be for sale here soon.
You got a price yet?
Not yet. Every car we import goes through the shop first, gets the maintenance done on it, gets looked over before it's even valued, so.
Nah, this thing is sick. It looks like they had an idea, you know? So it's big, aggressive aero, BNTEs, big front mount, like all the vibes. So I'm assuming next is going to be a little spice down here. How often do you find surprises when you're digging through these cars?
When they're modded, all the time. Very tastefully modded, at least on this one. It's always a gamble, but like, you know, this one looks sick. It looks like it's definitely someone cared about it.
Yeah, it looks well taken care of for sure.
Yeah. This is a neat one right here. Bone stock Grandma Aristo. But of course it's a GT car.
Yep.
So there's an R154 already.
No way.
Yeah. So.
Yo, so someone was just cruising. This is sick. I love first gens, man. And then you got that over there. That doesn't look like it's from here.
There's the showstopper right there. It's a high-ace 1KZ diesel 4-wheel drive.
Take a quick look at that.
Yeah, it's a 10-passenger van though.
10 passengers?
Yeah. So this thing is like ready to build out into a camper or something, you know? Yeah.
And it's manual?
Yes, there's 43,000 kilometers on it.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, so this is a cool one.
What made you buy this one?
When we saw this one being a manual and the long wheelbase,
had
like,
to. So a part of it was business, but the biggest part of it was just your fanboying of these vans.
Yeah. Every single car that we import, we make sure that we want it ourselves.
Right,
you know?
right.
It's a hobby that turned into a business.
Yeah,
you know?
So it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy. You can actually fit 10 people in this thing. I never would have guessed that.
All 4 of these will be for sale probably on our website in the next month or so. hl-imports.com.
Oh, you got a whole different site for it. HL-Imports. We came here today to check out the GS. I know you guys made a little progress, and I think you just called me here to poke some fun at me. So let's go get the deed done. You like these paw prints? Just some animals just running across my GTECHNIQ. The things you find at Heat Lightning Speed Shop. God. Is this thing on bags?
Yeah.
All right. I was gonna feel real bad about myself.
I couldn't get it in the shop.
Yeah. I was just gonna feel real bad about myself if my car wasn't as low as this. That's crazy. God damn. Aha. Ha ha ha.
So,
would you look at that?
ready to start cleaning things up. I mean, look, even sitting out, it's still leaking.
I'm a giver. You know, it's a gift that keeps on giving. I appreciate everything you're doing for me, and this is how I show.
It's keeping me mopping. So we're cleaning up.
My middle name should be Job Security, because did you guys find anything else?
Oh yeah, I got a good one. So
Oh, great.
we're admiring the battery tie down. It's definitely sick. The whole battery box assembly, but it's not very secured. You know, just
you know, it's a thick car with a thick battery. You know, thick things happen. You know.
I mean, the cables kind of secure it. And
I'm glad you found that though. That's a safety hazard. I originally came here just to drop my car off to get the exhaust fixed, and then we spiraled down this hole where Johnny was simply like, "Hey man, your car needs a lot more than just an exhaust." I basically got fed up with myself and told Johnny that I would love it if he could just make this car do the thing it's supposed to do all the time till the end of time. He didn't promise me that because that's an impossible feat to promise, but he said he's going to do his best to make sure that I don't have to come to the shop anymore with this car. So the GS is going to come out super fresh, a non-leaking motor, you know.
Motor's fresh.
Yeah.
Need some love on.
Yeah, a non-leaky motor, all the things that they specialize here at Heat Lightning, clearly. This car is one of my favorite cars that I've ever had, and I just want it to work. It sucks being scared to drive your car, so I trust professionals.
Yep, we're gonna get set up right. Keep it on track, and yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, so this isn't exactly what either of us intended with this project, right?
Not at all.
I came in because I had a hole in my exhaust. From there, he found some oil leaking, so he's like, hey, why don't you just leave the car with us for a little bit, let us take care of these little issues, and we'll get this thing right, because this is Johnny's car. You know, GS bros, we gotta stick together, right? And as you can see, this is just 4-door heaven here. Just 4 doors everywhere. Well, that's not, but you get the point. So basically it started off with resealing a cam cap, right?
Yep. So rebuilding the VVTi gear, needed to do cam seals, pulled the cam cap, and then saw that. Just the cam was chewed up, and the cam cap, I don't have it laid out right now, but the top side looks just as bad, if not worse. And started getting me questioning what's going on. So of course, next step, cut oil filter. And you can see, you know, it's got some nice flake in there. So there's nice chunk right there.
This camera is not stoked right now. There it is. There you go. So yeah, chunks of metal. So yeah, he cut the filter because he was just suspicious on how this could happen. The only way for that to happen is if there's
metal in there,
floating around the engine. So we don't exactly know how this happened, because a little backstory, this motor back in 2020-ish, somewhere around there, you guys remember Miggs, he came through, he offered to help me build this motor. He built this motor and it basically immediately spun a bearing. I said this in one of my last videos, I'm not really a fan of coming on here and starting drama and bashing people and talking down on people. Shit happens, I get it. You deal with it and you move on, and that's what I did, right? So he came, he built it. Some shoddy work came with it, unfortunately. I'm not sure why you would need to grind a main cap like that instead of just getting machine work done. It is what it is. I'm past it. And so from there, we went to another machine shop, and they took that work and reassembled it, and that's where you're discovering here they line bored it, but they didn't line hone it, so a lot of the bearings are kind of just beat on the bottom side, right?
Yeah, that's like a brand new bearing.
Yeah. There's really no reason for it, you know, because all of this stuff was fresh, new bearings, straight to the machine shop. Everything should have gotten taken apart and cleaned and honed and bored and all that good jazz, whatever the machine shops.
There should be no reason for all the metal in the oil still. This is like the third oil change on this fresh motor.
So just to be clear, This did not spin a bearing.
Yeah.
It didn't come apart because we spun a bearing. It came apart because he just noticed things that weren't right and basically told me if I keep going, I'm just going to end up in a worse place.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's tear it down and start fresh. So more backstory. After the car got rebuilt again by the second machine shop, you know, we broke in the motor, changed the oil, took it to the dyno, changed the oil, and did some driving, and then, went to the machine, broke in the motor, changed the oil, went to the dyno, changed the oil, drove it for a little bit, changed the oil. So this thing has been through quite a few oil changes. So for it to have metal all over like this, those are metal chunks.
It called for a tear down, basically.
Yeah, so with all those metal chunks in the oil, after all of that work, it just doesn't make sense to keep running this engine because it's already compromised. I mean, it's already heavily compromised here. I probably need to get a new cam. The cam is scored pretty bad. He was digging metal out of the cam cap from it being pressed between the cam and itself. We're just in a wonderful place right now. I'm so happy. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm really stoked about this.
Before even tearing this down, I started mentioning the findings and then got sent over leak down numbers. Pretty rough numbers for a fresh motor anyways. That obviously had me questioned. So on top of everything else, it's just like, what's going on inside here? But I mean, there is just crazy deep scoring, and that's just on one cylinder. I mean, there's 3 different spots that like it needs
You want to get
bored over, yeah.
You want to get that light again?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, this thing is.
Just that one cylinder. I mean, all of them don't look great.
Just a fair reminder, it's a 3.2 liter Brian Crower / Real Street Performance stroker kit. At this point, the head is compromised, the block is compromised. NA 2Js are fairly cheap, so we may as well just start fresh. Understand where we're at front to back, no middleman machine work, and pretty much get a full understanding of what we're working with here. That's where we're at right now. With all of this going on, the weird main cap, we may as well just get a new block and bore to fit these pistons, just to save me on a little bit of cost.
Yeah,
right?
no doubt.
And then you found something here with...
Yeah, so, just curious about checking the rings. It's one thing, they're gapped pretty loose, big power build and all that. That's to each his own on how much it's gapped, but I don't think anyone prefers a taper in the ring gap. I don't know, I just never really seen that in my life, honestly. Not on purpose.
Yeah. So, we're gonna say bye to this block. We're gonna say bye to that head. I need to get new cams because the scoring on that cam is just, it's horrible. And then it just doesn't make sense to bore this over and start fresh when we can just start fresh with a new block and bore it to spec and hopefully get this thing in a good place.
If it was a GT block and head, it would feel a little bit different about everything, but these are still a dime a dozen,
Yeah. So yeah, that's where we are with the GS300. I know a lot of you have been wondering where the GS300 is. Well, it is in good hands with Johnny and the Heat Lightning Speed Shop guys. Once I moved here, I mean, I'm good friends with Austin, and Austin always spoke highly of you guys, and then we met and had some fun, and it just all spiraled to this point. And I'm glad it did, because this really was about to get worse.
Yeah.
There was no good story ending that was coming here. So please take me to a safe place.
Yeah.
I just want to be safe. I want to feel safe. Johnny, am I safe here?
Yeah, as safe as you can be here. It can't get any worse.
Yeah. Yeah, so anything else you want to share?
I don't know, we're gonna get you right, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on this, but since the machine shop is going to take a lot of time, most likely, I need to source out another motor anyway. I think we're going to kind of skip to another project. The GTECHNIQ has been kind of lurking in the background, and they specialize in those too. So I'll do an update video on that. I'm happy, I promise. I'm so happy.